I believe shared custody in Iowa is very important. As a person who has gone through divorce in the state of Iowa, I believe that it is very unfair most of the time. I lived with my mom for most of my life. In 2003, my parents divorced, and then I lived with my mom until 2005. And I remember the exact day that she found out that we are no longer going to be living with her. She was on the phone. She was crying. I was crying because I completely understood. I was 9 years old, and I was bawling. I didn't want to leave my mom. I didn't not want to live with my dad, but I didn't want to have to completely leave my mom either. And that's exactly what happened. It was only every other weekend with my mom, and my dad got full custody. Before that, it was we lived with my mom. My dad got Wednesday nights and every other weekend, and even so, that still wasn't enough time with both of my parents. They fought a lot, like back and forth in front of us, because, you know, it was just an unfair system, and they were both upset. And, you know, it's really taken a toll on me. I'm almost 23 years old, and I still have a lot of emotional damage from it. In my relationships, I internalize my feelings, because all I've ever known is when you express your feelings, you get an argument. And I have a lot of resentment towards not only the state of Iowa, but my parents as well, because, you know, they were put in a position that they didn't have a choice, and because they didn't have a choice of, you know, one way or the other, it took a really big toll on our family as a whole, and it split it down the middle. And as a child, how do you choose between your mom and your dad? And it's one of those things where, you know, parents should be able to co-parent and, you know, do it together without the state of Iowa interfering. And not having both of my parents my entire life, it was really a struggle, and it definitely has taken a toll on me in my entire life, and it's one thing that's not going to go away. And if one thing can prevent this feeling from happening for younger generations, I would totally be for that, because I never want anyone to feel this way, especially a child, especially a 9-year-old, you know? It's just one of those things that it can be prevented.